Well, good morning. Taking you along on a morning stroll from my front door, hopefully into the center of the little village where I usually get the bus to go downtown. It's a beautiful morning, as you can see, but every morning here is beautiful. I'm walking, so excuse the camera will probably jiggle a little bit, but no way around that. So, as you can see, I live right across from the edge of a forest, which I like, and which is why I chose this area to have that privacy. Around the corner here, where I live, and I'm just new, so I haven't got to know all my neighbors yet, but the ones I have are very kind and friendly, helpful, helped me a lot. I don't know how I would have got along here, actually. There were quite a few problems there in the house, such as the water dripping constantly. So I met someone who came by. And you talk about generosity, really, and kindness, not expecting anything, and fixed the water problem there in the washroom. Someone else who dropped by to see who was living here came and checked the sink, and only one of the faucets was working, the cold water. So I don't know how he knew what to do, but he did. And it was quick. He just adjusted something under the sink and turned on the hot water. So now I'm pretty much all set. And the third person, my neighbor, offered to clean up the front yard. It was full of weeds, really overrun with weeds. And just before I arrived here, very first day, there was a snake. And it was one of those deadly ones, the coral snake, the black and red ones, that was in the window inside the little bars. Most people here put bars on the windows, and anyone who can afford it does. As you'll see as I walk, you'll notice the bars. But the snake somehow, and I don't understand it, climbed up several feet on straight walls like this, not even up the stone, straight walls, and somehow got into the space between the window and the bars, and I have screens, so it couldn't have got inside. Even so, it just made me wonder, like, what is going on here? Like this. You see the weeds here. My place was worse. I'm not kidding. But again, if you leave this unchecked, this is what attracts things like the snakes and other wildlife. And of course, because their home has been disturbed, all of this was forest until just quite recently. So they have nowhere else to go. They're just living in their home. The corner here is where I get the little motor car to go up to the combi. It's 15 pesos. Little intersection I'll show you. Here. Down here. It's the main road. The combi stand. And we'll keep going. There's a little store down here, down this road on the right hand side. Second one up here, as you see, and everyone's really friendly, so you can pick up little things. I'll do a store video in another section, I guess. Another separate video is what I mean to say. I'll do a little store video once I talk to the people and get their permission. I'm sure they'll say yes. They're really nice. They've showed me. This man here in this store has about 5 or 6 parrots that he's raised from young and understands their ways. And oh my goodness, we had a great long 2-hour conversation. He was talking about parrots and how they rear their young, how old they live, how do we even tell how old they are. So you'll find things in these little stores, such as this is the Six. It's a little beer store nearby. You'll find things like onions and maybe oranges, tomatoes, some habaneros and jalapenos. There's not a great deal of variety, but enough to save you, right, if you're in a pinch. soap, laundry soap, personal soap, shampoo, deodorant, some snacks, rice and beans, always dry rice, dry beans. They have packaged beans too, but I don't really care for those. And it's no work. I understand some people who are working all day. It's an easy way to have their rice and beans. But for me, as I'm at home, usually, there's nothing to cooking beans. It's just time. So, and I'll go over a little price and what I pay for them and show you how I cook them. There's really nothing to it. This is my neighbor, actually, who rents laundry. Uh-oh. Here go one of the motor taxis, as you see. I was quiet because I didn't want to talk over the noise, but that was my neighbor who rents out laundry machines. So he will rent that, a washing machine, for 70 pesos a day. And that would be right now Canadian dollars. I think it's at 13.25 is the exchange, but it changes often, right? Not always daily, but something like that. So I see some people coming and they don't want to film them without their permission, so I'll probably shoot to the other side. So you see, it's a beautiful walk, isn't it? And to try to do this every single morning here. So the taxi that you saw, the motor taxi, that's 15 pesos, or a little over $1 at the 13.25 rate. And oh, my friend here, Kiri.
How are you, boy? Hey.
My friends here, so on their way. When I spoke to you about having the washroom fixed, this is Alex who did that, and his son.
Hello.
So, how are you doing?
You go? Where?
Just for my walk, and yeah. And you?
Work.
Well, have fun.
Funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, see you later. Yep,
you.
take care. Yep. Buenas. So when I spoke to you about the washroom, the person who fixed the dripping faucet, that was Alex, and cleaned part of the front yard. You know, no one wanted anything. I offered and offered, practically forced money down their throat. But with a lot of people, how you thank them is you bake something or make something like that, or just give a gift. If he was coming all the time, of course, I'd do that. But I want to tell you a really touching story. Here comes one of the motor taxis. You can see it. They're really great. If I'm carrying a lot now, that's what I would take. Or if I'm coming back from Merida downtown. So I'm going to walk you up to the stop. That's 15 pesos, as I said. 13.25 is the exchange, so a little over $1. It's well worth it supporting local business. When I go into town, I usually walk to the bus stop. It's a mini bus. And then I'll take the combi back home. And that helps, you are supporting local business. As I've said, I realize I'm repeating myself, but I think it bears repeating. It's a good thing to do. I mean, you're living here, and you want to have good relations with people. Hola, buenos dias. You see all the nice lush green around here. And you do have to watch out for snakes. I've seen a couple here in the road. There was an interesting story, though. I was coming back, and there was the other day, there was a woman collecting a snake into dead snake, of course, into a plastic bag. And I started talking to her, asking her what kind it was, because I want to know. I've only been here not quite a month now. And she told me the type. She said, oh, this is a snake that eats rats and mice. That's all. It's not like a really bad, or I don't even think it's poisonous. But her brother It's her cousin or her brother. I don't matter, but I don't remember. But he uses the skins to make little. Here goes another motor taxi. He uses the skins to make little wallets and coin purses. So I asked her, would you mind if I'd see that or watch him? And she said, no. So, and this is how friendly people are. We actually walked back to her house, and, well, her parents' house, not hers, she's married, has a separate home, but we walked back to the house where her parents live and her brother lives, and my goodness, I thought, you could really have a little, like, online business. The thing is just marketing them. And not that everything's about money. I know, I hate it when people do that. The first thing you mention, their minds go ka-ching, ka-ching. No, I'm not like that at all. Anyone who knows me knows that. But I think, too, it's someone's livelihood. They are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful, stunning. And if you would find some of the other, if I could, get a little collective here of some of the many other gifted artists in this area, and there are quite a few. We could, well, on this website, could post things with links as to put you in touch with these people. I think it's a great way to make connections. So here again, who wouldn't love this? Wouldn't you love to wake up every morning and just walk along here? And you've heard how friendly the people are. Everyone's saying good morning, hello, starts talking. So, buen días. I've seen a lot of things online about houses and pricing and people who want to move here. And some of what I see is really each to his own. No one's obligated to live in the house that I want to live in, right? Or do things the way that I think they should be done. It's a good thing, probably. But there's another extreme, too. I think you're in Mexico. You do have to try to learn the language. How could you not pick up? I know met people who have been here for years and years and still don't really understand the basics. I wonder how you could live here for 5-6 years and not know Spanish. You'd have to try to not pick it up. But some people live in gated communities, and I understand it's their choice. You can do whatever you want to do. It's a free world. But, again, I came here because I like Mexico, and I like to live here. Buen dia. Another motor taxi, there we go. Because I want to live here. Because I like the people, I like the culture, I like the area. That's why I chose where I live. I've heard some people saying things like, oh, you've got to budget, from some of the websites. You can't live in Mexico for less than $65,000, $70,000 a year. You won't be comfortable. I think, what planet are you on? And you look at their videos and their houses, and again, it's their choice, not mine. You spend your money however you want, live however you want. It's great. But if you're trying to recreate a home in Topeka, Kansas, Ankeny, Iowa, fill in the blank, it's going to be a lot more expensive. And my question again is, why are you here in Mexico? You can do all of that at home. If your only goal is to save money and live cheaply, well, I guess you've achieved your goal. But if it's to live and to enjoy life and to meet people, to experience culture, to learn the history, eat the food, which is the best in the world, I say without apology. You know, I've lost, on our food theme, and I'll get into that later too, another video just about that, what I cook at home and how much it costs. I've lost over 20 pounds being here without even trying. And I'm not starving myself, I'm not following a special diet. I eat a lot, and it's just because The fruits and vegetables are so good.